All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of PPC in the Trenches. I'm with Francesca Suarez again. Today is the 26th of June, 2026. How are you, Francis?
I'm good, good. It's nice to be here again, like over and over. It's always a pleasure doing this with you, Jeremy.
Yep.
So, yeah,
100%.
thank you
Yeah.
for inviting me.
We're getting more organized too, because next in 2 weeks from now, I think we might even be having an app created for it.
What?
Yeah. So
Really? Like
yeah,
app
right now for the podcast, for this particular podcast. So right now, what we're doing is we're using Claude. We built a bot and an agent and everything. So we're pulling all the R&D, research and development stuff from the whole agency. We've got like 4 people doing it. We're pulling it using a like all the newsletters that we follow, or the LinkedIn people that we follow, and we're gonna put it into an HTML file. Then we're gonna upload it into this bot.
Yeah.
And then next to it we're gonna allow comments. So whoever's testing that particular R&D, right? We're gonna gather the R&D. Then at the end of the week, when I come on here with you, I'm gonna decide what to talk about and what results we got. So as we're talking, I'm gonna scroll on it, right?
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be screenshots and everything. I don't know. That's my imagination.
That's amazing. I have one particular experience with Claude that I am really in awe. Just yesterday. Because with one of we kind of like connected Claude into our project management tool, and we're in this position where we need to create a 90-day plan, sort of like for June, July, August, and September. And I just brainstorm with Claude everything. Can you lay out a plan? And then there's a bit of back and forth. And then after that, could you post this and plot this into the project management tool?
Yeah.
And just easily, it's just plotted.
Really?
They're very organized. Yeah, I'm just so amazed.
Wow.
It's just so intelligent.
So what's the only review what you can review, obviously, but what's the actual project? Is it Google Ads related? What is agency related?
No, it's Hive. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Hive.
But what is the actual project? But like, what are we solving?
It's more of like a 90-day plan for the client. So it's been
for ads.
For ads, yeah, Google Ads.
I did
so
say
there's like, sorry, I was not clear. Yeah, but it's like what's gonna be like the plan for the next 90
days, right?
And then all the tasks have been plotted with date ranges, with all the details in each
amazing.
card. Yeah, it's just so amazing.
You never know. We could do that with ClickUp too, because I use ClickUp.
Yeah,
so we could do that with ClickUp.
I
didn't know.
ClickUp has a lot of like you should connect a lot of apps with ClickUp. So I think so. Yeah.
All right, cool. That's amazing. I didn't think about that. So we will test that. We're just on the backdrop of creating that in the next 2 weeks. So let's see how that goes. Yeah, it could bomb,
That's
but
amazing.
we'll see how that
excited with
goes.
that app. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where did you get the idea from?
I came up with it because how clunky my R&D process is. Because got like multiple people doing it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm not doing it justice, because I think some people put a lot of effort in, but I'm not reading their thing as in details as I could, because it's scattered everywhere.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to do it, because I got emails, I got LinkedIn people that I follow, and there's topics I want to talk about, and there's topics I don't like talking about that I realize, like the European consent thing.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. It's stupid. I don't understand that. I can't remove it anyway. I don't advertise there, but they are always on my feed, on my news thing, right?
True.
Hate it. Another one is you might like this one, but I don't. It's enhanced conversions.
Okay.
Fucking waste of time, man. Like most businesses, whoever can pull from their form can screen scrape from their forms, already scraping it, but the warning keeps coming up. So I hate it. I hate it. So it's and then everyone has a lot to say about it, but I don't. I don't want to talk about it anymore. So
there's no like genuine proof that turning it on have massively affected the conversions. Last time we did a check on that, it's just like slight bump, like point something %, like 1 or 2 difference. Not really massive. Yeah.
Right. Cool. All right. So that's all the I have other things I want to talk about that's negative as well later, but let's go to some actual news. So for those who don't know, Frances is the only PPC manager in the world that I trust with my own money and my own agency. So yeah, she's someone I respect deeply. That's why I have her on the show with me as my co-host. All right. So what do you got for me this week? What do you got for us this week?
Yeah, it's just mostly like algorithm updates and some beta things that Google is rolling out.
Yep.
So number one is there's this bidding algorithm update, and it's not really clear for me, if I'm going to be more honest, but they're
Yep.
like saying that we should take action before August 17. So the
Yep.
thing is, according to Google, they are changing how they handle the campaigns that are running out of budget. So right
Yep.
now, if your campaign is hitting the daily budget limit, Google's algorithm will work on a certain way, like how it did before. So again, it was not that clear. But
Yeah.
according to them, after August 17, it's going to work differently. Like if we don't adjust or tidy up our targets, like if you're using target CPA or target
Yeah.
ROAS,
Yeah.
it might affect the performance. So just maybe watch out for that.
Okay.
Again, it's not clear what exactly is changing, but I think the ones that will be highly affected are the ones that are using portfolio bid strategies. You know,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
use
sure
that.
if you. Oh yeah, you don't use that. Me neither. Yeah.
I do know what it is, but I don't use it. Can I just quickly insert that I did hear it from a Google rep, a local Google rep from Sydney, and he explained it to me that if your budget is running out, and if you don't set, that's what from the mountaintop, right? That's what he's hearing from Google. He's inside Google, so that's what he's hearing. He said if you run out of budget and if you don't put your CPA where they're supposed to be, like if you get like ridiculously low, like you just say that you normally can handle a $30 CPA, but you put it to 17 or something, right?
Yeah.
And just to sneak a quick few conversions in at a low price. Basically, he's saying that Google just stop using you, like stop putting you into auctions. And then
Really?
whoever has the money that puts on target CPA at 30, just like everyone else, they will try to get it. But if Google feels that they can't get it at your $17 or $15, they just stop. They just stop bidding on your thing. I think that's probably exaggerated. I think that's what you're talking about here, but I think what I've been told is exaggerated, because he told me the same day. He said, come back before August because, it's going to be big change.
Yeah.
So that's my thing.
The information that I got, which is somehow related to that, which is also came from Google from Sydney, is that let's say you have a campaign with a target ROAS of 700%.
Yep.
And then you're getting higher ROAS, you're getting around 1,000 ROAS.
Sure.
So what's gonna happen is Google's gonna try to make sure to limit your. It's like there's a room to wiggle because your target is only 700. Right now you're sitting at 1,000. So Google's gonna try to hit that 700 by either increasing your bid, showing your ads more, or whatever. That's the info I got.
But that's a negative hit, but I don't want to go down 700. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
So if that's what they're gonna do, then it's pretty evil.
It is, like, in a sense, the actual sample that was given to me was a target CPA. So if you let's say your target CPA is sitting at $100, and then you're getting 80 or 70, what will happen after August is Google will try to meet or just to maintain that 100 by showing your ads more or something. They would.
I hear you. I hear you. It's just, it feels like we should be incentivized to keep the CPA low then, and play around with a low number until we start seeing weird stuff. Then we have to move until our ads don't show. Then we have to.
Because that's the tricky part, which you just shared. Because according to the information you get, is our ads would stop showing if we set it too low.
If we play around too low, because that's always been the case. Because that's always been the case. Like if you put it too low, it was always gonna stop, right? But not like this. Okay, cool. Right, let's go to the next one then. Let's just see how that goes, which is not a good place. Yeah,
sure. The other thing next in line is the smart bidding exploration, which is, they call it SBE.
I never heard of it, actually.
Yeah, according to this update, it's an opt-in AI feature that allows the campaigns to bid potentially on high-performing search queries outside the usual thing.
Like what?
So,
like what?
it's in beta, and it's an opt-in feature. So one, I think, would need to reach out to their Google.
But what's that difference to AI Max though? I thought AI Max was doing that already.
I don't know exactly.
No? Okay.
So
We'll monitor it.
It's hard.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll monitor it, but that sounds like what AI Max is, right? Kind of, right? Yeah, because that was supposed to expand our search term. Okay, all right, that's cool. All right, we'll come back to that one. I think that's what we have to do. Yep. Okay, all right. Promotion mode beta.
Yeah, it's the same.
The same thing. Okay, cool.
Somehow same thing. It's just giving you a temporary boost on peak periods.
Yep.
I'm not sure how it's gonna roll because we already. I mean, you've been in the industry for years now, so you already have a process in place for this. Peak periods.
Yep.
I'm not sure yet how can I insert this into my system.
What we do, for example, we have an end of financial year sales now in Australia, right? I think there is already a feature where you kind of like ask Google's algorithm to ignore the certain period, right? I guess this one here is like the opposite of that. It's asking it to remember or asking it to treat a certain period differently. Yeah. A lot of work.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I think only for major clients, I think that can afford it.
I agree.
Yeah, not doing that for
the ones that spends a lot.
Yeah, I'm not doing that for every single client. Crazy to do that. It's a lot of work. Cool. All right. True. Sounds good. So on my end, was that it for your end? The few things that you wanted to. Okay. On my end, I was looking at. I only have really quick ones, but I got the strongest match label. Do you see that? Yeah. So Google search. So now the results are testing a strongest match label for the most like the closest, like the ones that match up the best with what your query was. So you have your rankings, your ads rankings, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. But then they're testing a label with it as well. The one with strongest match. So it's very, very strange. It's controversial, that one. And then next one I've got is Meta. Meta is investing a lot in the instant forms.
The forms.
You know, you know what I'm gonna say? The calendar. Yeah. So the calendar is now integrated into a form. That's very powerful. That's really frictionless now because. So from what I read, they are working with Calendly and all those other people, and HubSpot's coming on the way. So apparently, end of this year, that's it. The form's gonna be all like you don't have to go off the page anymore.
That's powerful because in my little experience on Meta Ads, I've always seen that the instant forms just like helps in driving leads.
Yeah, but there's a lot of no shows.
True.
A lot of no-shows, no follow-through. There's a huge breakage where someone submits till they get what they wanted to get.
They want,
the lead magnet or whatever it is, or you go, now you got what you got. Now click this button to go to the website to book, right? So what this removes is people entering the details twice.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll let you know how that goes.
Powerful.
Yeah. And then another one Meta comes up with a lot of stuff and most of it to me is useless, but this one's quite useful. And I can see the big picture where they're going with this, right? It's called customer labeling. So in any audience, you go, watch 15 seconds, you make an audience, right? Made it to add to cart, you make an audience, right?
Yeah.
And then purchase, you make an audience or whatever. Purchase 180 days, you make an audience. Sign up to webinar, you make an audience, right? So now you make all these audiences and they're all random. And when another agency comes over, they just see a bunch of naming convention of audiences and whatever the guys built before. So now you get to label your audiences as in customers, as in new people, as in leads. Like you get to put it in like there's 4 set labels. I wish I wrote it down, but there's 4 set labels. So you can do a campaign, do like fresh audience, exclude existing customers. Right?
Yeah.
Or you can upload existing customers and label existing customer. Yeah, sorry, you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's to me
kind of powerful. Like you could create audiences that were included and then excluded already. So you only need to do it once when you set up the campaign.
No, I think you could always do that, but it was more murky on which audience were which. It was relied on your naming convention. Everybody had to know, and there was no way to tell Meta that goes, these are my customers, all right? Listen, these are my customers. There's no way to tell her that. You just had a custom audience, and all you can do is make a lookalike off that. So now, if you label it, whether you do something with it or not, you can tell the algorithm, say, hey, these are my people. This is the more people I want you to go find. Right? Just from a label. Right? Whereas before you had to jump through hoops to do that. You had to go from here and you have to, like there was a place to upload it and all that. Yes, I understand. But like it was more hoops to jump through. This is a step in a positive direction in my eyes.
Wow. That's good news.
Yeah, that is good news. And then I have two more, which is one is that, I don't know how true this is. Meta's removing radius exclusions around cities. I don't know. I don't use radius exclusions around cities. I mean, I'll just target a city, but I'm not going to exclude another city. So I haven't tried it yet. So I haven't done it. You can exclude stuff. I haven't excluded a radius. So
radius,
I don't know what that means. And then, we have some good news. Digital Goliath has officially launched ChatGPT Ads for ourselves. So you have to jump through a lot of hoops, man. Like, I mean, everyone's connected to it now, but like to put a pixel in and to have a conversion campaign, we don't have a conversion campaign. We have our best people working on it. It's not all accounts is activated for conversion campaign.
Okay, so it's more like a traffic campaign for now?
Yeah, as disgusting as that sounds, So it's $5 a click, minimum $25 spend, So I don't know what we're going to show up for, but we're doing our best. We only have a very small outfit. We don't have all the money in the world, but we're trying it. We're going to try it, and we sent an email out. We said, who wants to try it? We had like 5 or 7 people. They go, we're on board. We want to try it. So they're creating accounts, and we're going to try it for them. But it's all full disclosure. Like the thing is clunky as hell, man. Like it's so bad right now. Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Let me just have a quick look. And this last thing on my list is that there's an article came out from search engine. What's it called? Search Engine Journal. So AI recommendation poisoning. So basically, they were testing just injecting a bit of like code or snippet or kind of information on one of the websites, and then it got picked up by AI like very quickly as like unverified, like false information. Like they were just trying to prove that it was just like there's no intelligence behind it. So
it's tough for the SEO world now. There's a lot going on. I've been in the meetings with SEO department as well, so I feel like they're doing a lot of things now because of this AI thing. I don't know. And the sad part is the result is not visible right away. You'd have to wait months for it to actually show or for you to see the ranking improve. It's hard.
So they have a few months to plan their exit, I guess. Or plan how to start doing some ads or something. Start coming to our world. Hopefully not. No, but real talk though, like I'm not trying to be all like doom and gloom. Like someone I've followed in SEO that I respected was I don't know if you've heard of it in Australia, Studio Hawk. It's a big agency. One of the most highest reputable. Like he's doing courses now. Like he never done courses. I've never seen him do courses, but he's doing like speaking engagement and courses. So people need to do shit. You know what I mean? Like to stay in the game. I just don't think that the agency game for SEO is where it was, and I think that people need to just keep moving. Cool. True. That's it from my end. Anything else from your side?
None in particular. That's just pretty much all of it.
What you have? Yep. All right. Amazing. So last thing I saw the research that you did. This guy, his name is Jeremy Krantz. He put out a hot take. He said, anyone still blending brand and non-brand across performance media campaigns in 2026 shouldn't be allowed to log into app platforms. Bro, I handle small budgets, dude. I don't have your, $200,000 where you can separate it. If someone has 3,000, dude, I'm fucking putting in one campaign, right? Like whoever comes in, if it's remarketing, whoever they come in, dude. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with that at all. Like, I don't agree with what he's saying at all. Like, so do you feel the same way? I'm happy for you to disagree.
I feel attacked as well with that because admittedly, not all of my campaigns are like segmented in that way, especially like the smaller ones, and it's hard. And sometimes there are clients who, let's say e-commerce, there are clients who still want to show for their brand in shopping, and then you need to like remove your brand negation in shopping as well.
Yep.
It's just tricky, but yeah, I felt attacked when I read that. So
Oh, good. So me, he's on the same page. Actually, you know what? I want to bring other guests into our show who actually disagree with us. I think we agree with each other too much. I think it's
okay.
yeah, because it's like echo chamber. You know, people's gonna say, oh, you invite Cess just to so she can agree with you, which is not true. Which is not true at all. Cool. Cess says, if somebody wanted to work with you, can you just remind them how best to contact with you?
Yeah, sure. You can just look for me in LinkedIn. Just look for PPC Says or PPC Francis. I'm just gonna come up with those names, and yeah, feel free to reach out whenever.
Yep. Sounds good. Yep, would be a very good idea for if your agency or your ads manager is not doing their job, give Cess a message and she'll help audit and help sort out the situation. If Cess doesn't want to work with you, give me a call. I might have a look at your account too, if that is the case. All right. Thanks, guys. Another episode of PPC in the Trenches on 26th of June, 2026. I'm out. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye. Hey, what's up? Jeremy Yang, the online ads guy here, owner of Digital Goliath Marketing. If you found whatever you're watching helpful, you found it interesting, like, subscribe, comment, suggest other topics you think we should cover here. We've aimed to release weekly episodes, helping SMEs with marketing, advertising, talking to professionals about growth, processes, all that good stuff. All right, see you on the next one.